Okay, good afternoon. Yeah, I'm going to talk about this topic, comparative look at Hong Kong's water tariffs. Okay, now Sue has already told you something about some aspects regarding water tariff. I'm going to look at water tariff here in Hong Kong from a comparative international perspective. So, like how Hong Kong compares with other Chinese cities on the mainland and other international cities that Hong Kong likes to compare with, like New York, London, Tokyo, etc. Okay. So first, data. Okay, the kind of data that I've been using comes from two sources. One is international. The International Water Association produced this report once every 2 years, and it's called like International Statistics for Water Services. Okay, it's available on the web. Okay, but for the longer version, you have to pay to be a member to get one. So I joined. Okay. The association last week also you can get the extended version of the reports, okay, to get the latest data. And also World Bank published some kind of reports relating to water use, okay. Again, this is available on the web, okay. The local sources, mainly Water Services Department, okay, they produce annual reports, they also produce financial reports on the operations. All these reports are available online, okay, so you can go to the website of the Water Service Department and look at their reports and get a pretty good picture. But the information that I have to write to and also call, okay, the assistant director, Mr. Bobby Ng of the department, and ask him and his colleagues for detailed information. And they've been very helpful, okay, in terms of providing information that I was looking for to sort of like fill the gaps, okay, of my understanding of water tariff, okay. And then, well, cautionary notes. I mean, data is always problematic, okay, particularly when you're trying to look at it from a comparative perspective, okay. Different countries use different definitions. And different local utilities will use different methodologies, okay, in calculating the water tariff, okay. So that at least half a dozen ways of calculating tariffs, okay, around the world, or at least in the region, okay. So it's a big problematic, okay. So given that, okay, the methodology is highly localized, okay, so what we should do is have looked at data, okay, that are collected by sort of like organizations that use the same parameters, okay, so try to standardize, okay, the data that we are using. And just recently I referred to the International Water Association publications, okay, because they have been using sort of like a standardized method in terms of collecting data, okay. Now you can question, okay, the reliability of the data, okay, because what you realize on the local authorities, okay, who supply the data to the International Water Association. Okay, but at least they're comparable in that sense. I mean, they're collected through a same set of parameters. Okay, and of course you also have this problem. Okay, temporal variations. Okay, variation in terms of what? In terms of like exchange rate. Okay, because all this data are converted into US dollars. Okay, and then the exchange rate variation in the past like 10-15 years. So the data that I'm going to show you would cover the last like 10-15 years period. Okay, so it's something that we have to sort of have to live with. Okay, at least we know that there are limitations in terms of the data. Now, what's the measuring units that I'm going to sort of like refer to again and again in the next like 15-20 minutes? One is liter, okay, and the other is cubic meter. Okay. It's amazing, okay, when I talk to my students, okay, in Hong Kong U, students have no idea about like how long is a kilometer, okay? What's the volume of a liter, okay? So what's a liter? Now this is half liter, okay? So 2 bottles, together this is 1 liter, okay? So when Sue say that, okay, on average, okay, here in Hong Kong, we use 220 liters of water every day. You talk about what? 220 times 2, 440 bottles, okay? The equivalent of that bottle, okay, a day, okay, including seawater. Okay, so you get an idea. That is a liter, okay? What about cubic meter? Cubic meter would be what? How many liters? 1,000, okay? Some of you know. Some of you don't, okay? So I think we need to sort of make that understandable, okay? So 1 cubic meter is what? 1,000 liters, okay? Because these are the units I'm going to refer to again and again. And now in the figures and the tables I'm going to show you, most of the data, okay, will be presented in US dollars, okay? And some tables will be presented in Hong Kong dollars, okay? They're nominal figures, meaning they have not been adjusted for purchasing power parity or for inflation. Okay, so there's a nominal dollars, okay, for that year indicated on the graph. So I'm going to show you. Now, full references available. Okay, anyone interested in any number I'm going to show you, they are documented. Okay, all the numbers documented. Okay, but I'm not going to show you in the graph. Okay, so for example, this is a table. Okay, this is a table that I processed. Okay, using raw data. Okay, taken from the World Bank, taken from the International Water Association and other publications by local governments in the region, the Asia Pacific region. Okay, so every number is documented. Okay, so meaning what? From which publication, on what page? Okay, I can tell you if you're interested. Okay, so full reference is available, but I'm not going to show you that in the presentation. Okay, now in this presentation, I'm going to make three key arguments. Okay, the first argument is this. Okay, the tariff. Okay, is pretty outdated. As Shu has already told you. Okay, it's unchanged since 1995. Meaning what? Since 1995, people in Hong Kong have been paying the same water rate. Okay, for the past what? 18 years, right? 18 years. Yeah. Second finding, okay, of this research is that taxpayer subsidy to water users, including what? Including consumers or households, and also businesses. Okay, substantial. Okay, how much are we talking about? It's 41 billion Hong Kong dollars. Okay, in the last 10 years. Okay, so just want to give you one lump sum figure. Okay, 41. That's a lot of money. Okay, and the third point, the third finding is that some of the subsidies, okay, are justified. Okay, in terms of providing a minimum quantity of water to make sure that like basic health and hygiene, okay, requirements are fulfilled, okay, by households. Okay, but most of these subsidies are not justified. Okay, they go to businesses who can afford to pay for the full cost. Okay, so these are the three key findings I'm going to present. Okay, through the data I'm going to use. Okay, so I have collected and processed. Okay, through the publications, through the government reports I've looked at in the last 2 weeks. Yeah. Now this is a global view. Okay, so like situating Hong Kong in a global scale. Okay, this figure shows you the GDP per capita on the left-hand side, and this is in US dollars, and drinking water charges for the year 2011. Okay, the data came from the International Water Association report. Okay, that's the latest report that I could get my hand on. Okay, now consumption of 100 cubic meters per year. Okay, and this is based on what? Based on the idea that the drinking water charges. Okay, it's based on a calculation. Okay, and the calculation is that if you use, like household, if you use 100 cubic meters per year, okay, this is the amount of payment they're going to pay, okay, in terms of US dollars. Okay, so for example, okay, Hong Kong, in the year 2011, that's what we paid. What was the number? 34. Huh? 34. It's 34. Okay, 34 US. Okay, 34 US is what? How many Hong Kong dollars? What? 266. Okay, $266. Okay, for what? For 100 cubic meters of water consumed. Okay, so according to what? So you may ask me who supplied the data. Okay, this data was supplied by the Hong Kong Water Services Department to the International Water Association upon the latest request. Okay, so when the International Water Association tried to put together a report, okay, they sent questionnaire to all the water utilities around the world, okay, and asked them to supply data, okay, on the basis of what? Consumption of 100 cubic meter of water consumption, okay, per year, okay. So this data came from the Water Services Department in Hong Kong, okay, using what? Using the local definition, okay, using the local definition, using local formula, in coming with this number, okay, 266 Hong Kong dollars per year, okay, for what? If you consume 100 cubic meter of water, okay, is that clear enough? Okay, if you draw a line, okay, meaning what? This is the Hong Kong payment, okay, or the Hong Kong tariff, okay, this is the Hong Kong tariff. Then you realize that only one country, okay, in this list has a lower water tariff, that's Mauritius, okay. All the other countries or cities, okay, listed with have charged, okay, they charge a higher water tariff, okay, than Hong Kong, okay. Meaning what Hong Kong's water tariff is pretty low, okay, it's pretty low, okay. Sue asked me to include Macau, okay, so Macau's here for interest, okay, so Macau charges a higher water fee, okay, than Hong Kong. Now let's try to put it into sort of like another way to illustrate, okay, Hong Kong's water tariff, okay, from an international perspective. This is Hong Kong, this is the GDP per capita. There's another way to present the data to show you, okay, but comparing Hong Kong with international cities, okay. Now here's Hong Kong, and Hong Kong's rate is like 34 US dollars, okay, on the y-axis is what, US dollars per 100 cubic meters water consumed per year. Okay, so this is what the drinking water charge, okay, for Hong Kong, and that is what based on the Hong Kong water service formula calculated. Now, how does Hong Kong compare with other international cities? Well, Geneva is charging 400 for the same amount of water. Okay, 100 cubic meter water per year. Okay, how many times Hong Kong? What? 8 times. Well, no, not 8 times, it's like 12 times, right? 10 times. New York, 238, okay? 238 US dollars, okay, per 100 cubic meters water consumed, okay? What about Sydney, 277, London, 225, and Tokyo, 194, okay? So all these cities, if you imagine, draw a line here, okay? Basically what you see is that there's a positive correlation between GDP per capita and drinking water charges. With the higher the GDP per capita, we tend to see a higher level of water tariff. Okay, so that's a relationship. Okay, it's not a causal relationship. Okay, somehow there's a positive relationship between per capita GDP figure and water tariff figures. Okay, in that case, Hong Kong is an outlier. Okay, meaning Hong Kong is really like way. Okay, Hong Kong has one of the highest, okay, GDP per capita figure. Okay, but Hong Kong's water tariff has remained a very low figure at 34. Okay, in this case, 100 cubic meter of water consumed for a year. Okay, Paris, okay, 159. Okay, so Paris is so high. Now, the reason why, okay, Hong Kong's water tariff is so low, okay, compared with other international cities, is that, well, the first 12 units is free. Okay. We don't have to pay for it. The households do not have to pay for the 12 first, okay, 12 liters of water that we consumed, okay? And then you pay for what? This is Hong Kong dollars, okay, per unit. Per unit meaning what? Per cubic meter, okay? Well, for the next 31 units, you pay $4.16. The next 19 units, you pay $6.45. And the remainder, you pay higher, okay? Meaning what? The whole idea is to discourage people from consuming like more than sufficient, okay, to keep themselves healthy, clean, right? Okay. The problem is that this water tariff structure has remained unchanged since 1995. We're sort of like stuck there, okay? Just show me 5 minutes. I'm only halfway through, yeah. Okay, I'm going to rush up, okay? I'm going to rush, yeah. Now here's another way, okay, to show Hong Kong in a more dynamic way, okay? Meaning what? Like showing Hong Kong not just 1 year, okay? What about from 2003 to 2011, okay? Like this, like 8-year period. How does Hong Kong, okay? So Hong Kong's, this is Hong Kong. In terms of what? This is US dollar, the same figure, okay? This is what? 2003, okay? So in 2003, this is Hong Kong's GDP per capita figure, and this is the water tariff. In 2007, okay, the GDP figure has gone up, okay, but we have remained the same, okay, in terms of water tariff. By the year 2011, okay, the GDP per capita GDP figure for Hong Kong has further increased, but the water tariff remained the same, okay. So basically, what has remained the same? I'm just trying to show you. What about the other cities, okay? Singapore, okay, Singapore has gone up, okay, from what? From 2003, 2007, and 2011, it has gone up, okay. In terms of what? In terms of both its GDP, per capita GDP figure, and also its water tariff figure, okay. This is Sydney, okay. This is London.
London is kind of funny. I mean, it's all like between 2007 and 2011, it's all like it came back down a little bit, both in terms of GDP per capita figure and also the water charge figure. Okay, this is Tokyo. Tokyo also is all like went backward, and this is Geneva. Okay. What about comparing the? Okay, this is another way. Okay, to show the relationship between drinking water charges and water consumption. Okay, the underlying argument here, okay, is that the higher or the more expensive the water is, okay, then people will consume less, right? Because when the price of water goes up, then people will use less. Okay, so look at the case of Sydney. They realized that in 2003, this is the drinking water charge. In 2007, the charge went up, and the consumption sort of like came down. Okay, and then further by 2011, the water charge went up further. Okay, and the consumption also came down just a little bit. Okay, so somehow there's a negative relationship between drinking water charges and water consumption. Okay, the higher the level of water charges, the lower the water consumption figure. Okay, and you can see the relationship in the case of Tokyo. You can see that relationship in the case of Singapore. Okay, here's another London. Came back a little bit. This is Geneva. Okay, and then this is what? This is Hong Kong. Okay, Hong Kong has not moved. Okay, because what? Because the drinking water charges has not changed. Okay, and in terms of water consumption figure, has not changed. So basically, there's three stops. Okay, basically what 2003, 2007, and 2011, same spot. Okay, Hong Kong has not changed compared with the other international cities. Okay. This is comparing Hong Kong with other Chinese cities. Okay, Hong Kong. This is where Hong Kong is. This is Beijing. Okay, Beijing actually charge a. I really need 5 more minutes. Okay. Yes. This is Beijing. Okay, at 47, meaning what? Consumption of 100 cubic meters of water. Okay, people in Beijing would pay a much higher price than Hong Kong. Okay, they pay $47 US, okay, per 100 cubic meters of water. Okay, this is Shenzhen, okay, close to Hong Kong, and this is Shanghai, 26, okay, per 100 cubic meters of water consumed, and this is Guangzhou, 21. Okay, now try to come up with a dynamic picture. Okay, looking at what? Looking at how the water tariffs, okay, on mainland Chinese cities have changed since 1995. Okay, because since 1995, our water tariff has not changed. What about Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou? Okay, this is Guangzhou. Okay, from when? From 1995, 2000, 2005, and 2011. Okay, has gone up. This is Shanghai. This is Shenzhen. This is Beijing. This is Hong Kong. Okay, so basically, on the mainland, okay, looking at mainland cities, okay, what you have is that the water charges, okay, have gone up because what? Because of reform, urban reform introduced since the early 1980s. Okay, so the water charges have changed. Let me skip to, may I? Okay, let me come back to the key findings. Yeah. Okay. The first one is that the water tariff is outdated. Okay. So basically, what you have is that it's unchanged. The problem is that it has unchanged not only for the domestic sector, it has remained unchanged for the trade. Okay. Basically, what for the trade, meaning for businesses. Okay. Like including bottling water companies. Okay. Construction sector has remained unchanged. Shipping unchanged. Shipping on local, Japan is unchanged. Okay. What does it mean? It means that in terms of the cost recovery ratio, okay, this is the total production cost, okay. This figure is given to me by the Water Service Department, meaning what? Currently, okay, this is the cost of water production, meaning this is how much, okay, the Water Service Department has calculated in terms of cost of production. 1 cubic meter water costs Hong Kong dollar 7.6. Okay, 7.6 Hong Kong dollars to produce 1 cubic meter of water. If you pay, okay, as a user, pay 7.6 Hong Kong dollars, then it's 100% cost coverage. Okay, domestic 60. Okay, we do not pay 100%. We say 60% of. Okay, so this is the cost cover rate. Trade 60, construction 94, shipping 60, international 144. Okay. Now this is what on a per cubic meter basis. Okay. What about overall? Okay. Overall figure then is what? It's only 34. Okay. Meaning what? If you look at the total production cost for the entire year for the entire city, okay, it's only 34%. Compared with what? Pacific countries, 92%. Europe, 100%. Southeast Asia, 140%. England, 160%. And global average, 105. Okay, meaning what? There's a good case, okay, for us to recover the full cost of water. Okay, production, cost of production, cost of production. Okay, I have to stop now. Okay, thank you very much.